helicopter has taken off.
It was a desperate attempt to cool down the overheating reactors in Japan's Fukushima nuclear plant. But just a few hours after the helicopter took off, the mission was aborted. Government officials had admitted hours before the use of a helicopter was not guaranteed to work and had its own risks.
We got advice from experts to spray water from above, but depending on the situation in the storage pool, we may cause some risk if we pour water in large amounts in a very short time.
Images of smoke rising from the facility on Wednesday morning set off more alarm bells that the situation was getting worse. With containment vessels damaged in several of the reactors and nuclear rods overheating, releasing radioactive gases, there's been a rise in radiation levels. That's prompted officials to withdraw temporarily a core team of about 70 workers at the forefront of this mission to get the situation under control. A mission that's proving harder by the hour. As government officials and nuclear experts assess the developing situation, residents are evacuating to centres like this one, schools becoming makeshift homes. There are more than 2,000 shelters set up, with more than 400,000 people taking refuge. For medical officials, it's a twin task of giving treatment for wounds from Friday's earthquake, as well as calming fears about the nuclear dangers. 50 kilometers away from Fukushima, here in Koriyama, hospitals are offering radiation checks for residents and people evacuated from the danger zone. The fears of radiation only add to the tragedy this country is already going through. The search and rescue missions continue, now in the snow and freezing temperatures. Crews sift through the rubble, a task made even harder by the icy conditions. Temporary morgues have been set up in the remains of damaged buildings and schools. 11,000 people are still missing, presumed dead. With power and electricity cut off for days in many areas, people use public phones to search for loved ones. For survivors, food and water supplies are running low. Many queue for hours to get what they can. Japan's disaster appears to be growing worse. It's now a nation fighting against the odds on several fronts. Nazanin, Sadri, Al Jazeera.